All right, let's see how we're doing. I think everything is working correctly as it should, though it's always hard to tell straight off. So I'd like to test things before we go on. But everything is looking good. Yeah. I could adjust my mic a bit. Test, test. Test, test. But lower than that, I think. I don't want to overwhelm. So before I continue on, okay. Not that my voice is all that overwhelming anyway. But how are you doing, internet? I'm Bnuts, a small streamer and YouTuber. Actually, I should be recording this, shouldn't I? As well. Oh, again. How are you doing, internet? I'm Bnuts, a small YouTuber and streamer. If you do like what you see on my channels, you can follow me on Twitter. I usually announce things, although who knows with what's been going on there. It seems they're considering charging for some of their services. Not all, some. But that's not the only reason. My stuff just doesn't seem to go out all that much. Although maybe that's because I don't have that big a following anyway. Yeah, hopefully there will be. But I do have my Twitter. I do have my YouTube videos where you'll find more curated and edited VODs, gameplay, builds, reviews, that kind of thing. On my Twitch, you'll find live streams as well as highlights, live builds, live stream gameplays, although I have been restreaming to YouTube as well recently. And as long as that works, been pretty good about that. Before I continue on, because of my ship in STO now, I wanted to show you something. And it is this old toy of the Enterprise D, which is from the late 80s, early 90s, I believe, and it's by Galoob. The whole thing is metal, so it's got quite a bit of weight to it, but it has held up fairly well. You can see the decals or paint apps for the pennants on the nacelles and the middle of it have held up pretty well. There is quite a bit of wear because it's that old, and my brother and I, we both had one, and we played with them a lot. You may be wondering why the stripe on the nacelles and the deflector dish are covered differently than what we're used to in the show. And that's because this was made very early on. It was based on some promotional images before the show actually got running. So this is what it would look like when the ship is deactivated. So the dish is bronze, just like on the original Enterprise, as well as the stripe on there. And remember that at that time, we had not seen the Enterprise B or C yet. We had only seen the original Constitution and the refit by that time. And there were concepts, of course. So you can see there are race bumps around all around the hull. I believe those were supposed to be windows, which would mean that this is a massive, massive ship. You've got the phaser array, front and bottom, all around the saucer section. You've got 2 more rays section up there. The impulse engine is not colored, but it is there, as well as the impulses on either side there. More phasor arrays down there on the bottom. The ones over here on the pylons. And the one on the belly of the engineering hull, as well as the pennant there. Of course, the screws aren't on the actual ship, but that's the way it was constructed, as well as something else you may have noticed. And shuttle bay, shuttle bay, shuttle bay. And saucer separation, which was always pretty cool. And of course, you can see the phaser array underneath there, as well as the battle bridge in the center there. That's the hole and all that stuff. However, inside there is hollow, saving on materials, but the tab is a bit fragile. And one of our toys, it actually broke. But you know, it's very, very detailed. It still holds up very well, and I like it. The only issue, of course, being how front heavy it is. If I was to put that down on the desk, it would go like that. The only way I could hold it up like that is like that, supporting it like that. But if it goes like that, of course, then it tilts down. I do believe that the circles on both sides of the bridge there might be the turbo lifts. And although it might not be, given the scale of the whole thing, it's really hard to tell, because that whole oval in the center can't be the bridge when you have the bumps all over being windows. That's just kind of nutty. But then again, it's a really big ship, you know, housing 1,000 people, including non-essential crew. Massive, massive ship. But the scale of it kind of plays with your mind of it. So even back then, I understood that it was front heavy to the point of being awkward. And the physical models that they were using to film the show, Star Trek The Next Generation, of course, they had to have it on a stand in a specific way so that they could work with it. They had it sideways on a stand so that they could film going past it. Because in those days, they didn't have computer models. They had to go with physical. So just an interesting thing that I wanted to show you. It was one of my favorite toys as a kid, and I still kind of enjoy it now. And ever since I've gotten back into Trek, getting Eagle Moss models and also playing STO, I enjoy having it back as well. So let's now go to the game. So welcome back to STO. I should maybe check my endeavors just in case I can do some of them. Well, maybe the phaser and polaron as I go. Well, if I am going to do that, I should find my this one and make sure I'm doing phaser energy when I go into the actual missions. So the 11th anniversary of STO has been going on, and of course that means that Q is back with his molecule stabilization missions, and mostly it's the same as it was last year, except that now we've got more missions and different missions, and we've also got, of course, I'm working on my progress there. We've got 2 new stories. These are the ones we did before, Now we've got knowledge is power and leap of faith. We've also got some old TFOs for the points. Defense of Starbase 1, which is probably the easiest and fastest to do. Mycelial Realm, which is ground. Peril over Pavel, which is another space. That's also space. And a patrol if you don't want to do something with other people, or if you want to use that together with the Omega particle stabilization. I usually do the particle thing and then the defense of Starbase 1 because they're fairly quick. And I want to get the particles for the what do you call it? The upgrades. Oops, that's the wrong thing. So we go into R&D under special projects. These are the things which we can build. So you collect the slivers and you combine those to make shards. Combine shards to make fragments. And fragments together make up the upgrade. So you can either do the this usual one. I wanted to get, so it gives technology points. It's got some quality improvement chance and being used on anything. This one is designed for quality improvement only, but it doesn't upgrade the mark. This one, or rather this one upgrades the mark. So 0 quality improvement, but it will take the mark up to a maximum of 15 and does cost dilithium to make. This one will upgrade the quality, meaning that you can take things from common to rare to very rare to epic using this one. So, as is the case with me, I have a whole bunch of stuff which is Mark 15, but is not epic. And I could use this to make it epic, provided, of course, I am certain that I want it to be epic and I want to use it. Unfortunately, I can't be sure that this is the stuff that I'll be using later on. But at the same time, you know, it's probably actually doesn't matter much for Canterbury because most of the stuff she can take care of as is. Now, I did mention my ship. I want to be sure that I know which parts that I've been using. So I'm going to come over to the customization officer. So most of it is from the, or all of it is from the Andromeda variant. Oh wait, that's not right. I'm using some of the other stuff. This is for sure, but the saucer is from something else. The saucer is from the Ross. And the nacelles are from the Venture. But I think all the rest is right. I'm not going to accept any of those changes because I don't want to change them. And we will go on to our mission. So I do think that I have so you need knowledge is power. So I'm going to drop it and then get it back. This is one good thing about this.
You're wasting your time. And mine. That.
In order to restore her faith in the Empire, in being Klingon, Matriarch Ju'ula is going to the monastery on Boreth. Long ago, her brother Tukuvma It is on Boreth where he began his journey on the path to greatness. Ju'ula hopes to do the same, that she can follow in his footsteps and save the Empire before Jumpok destroys it.
Why is the voice so low?
Security teams, report to Club 47.
Oh, the interface is how I know that the sound is working. Let's put notifications down a bit. Okay. Hopefully that should make everything a bit more audible.
Something you need?
Also, I'm going to change the screen size for me a bit. Hopefully that won't negatively affect the stream at all. I don't think it should. I'm capturing from the window after all. And we can go to the Borth system. When Kalis the Unforgettable left his empire, he pointed to a star and announced that he would one day return at this point of light. The Borth system is that star, and in tribute to the promise of Kalis, a monastery there holds a revered order of Klingon monks who keep the memory of the promise alive. And the reason Jula would be coming here is because after we revealed that it was Jempok who fired the mycelial weapon on New Kittimer, he decided to declare himself emperor, and no one had done that in a really, really long time in the Klingon Empire. So now there's a question of what to do, because there is most likely going to be a war. I should also fix this. A war between those who believe, as Jempok does, that Klingon are at their best when they're in battle, and it's part of their identity at that there has been too much bridge building and peacemaking and shipbuilding for their taste, and that they really should just be fighting. On the other hand, there's Jula, who previously was our main antagonist, our main enemy, and she also believes that Klingons should fight, but not at the expense of innocent civilians who should be protected. So she didn't want to use the mycelial weapon on civilians, but her right-hand man didn't see it the same way she did, so he stole the car. He stole the mycelial weapon and gave it to Jempok. And what's interesting about that is that because it was transferred from her ship to his, it looks like it's more or less a module, meaning that it can be removed. So we could essentially steal it if we wanted to, or we could destroy it. But as for Jempok, well, he's committed a war crime, so that definitely needs to be addressed. At the same time, there's the question, of course, of who should lead the Klingon Empire, which Jempok has dealt with, because he is clearly not the right person. But Jula is also not innocent of great misdeeds, and should definitely be judged for them after. So, who should lead? There is, of course, a third option in Martok, who was Chancellor before Jempok, but who was presumed to be dead because that's the way the challenge works. It's, Klingon promotion stuff. But since he's alive, that was one of the points that Jula, used to challenge him, to challenge Jempok. And Martok didn't want to lay claim to the Chancellorhood before, but he may end up having to lay claim to it. So let's now go in and begin.
Your arrival is timely. Several ships from rival Klingon houses are fighting to control this system, despite its long standing as neutral ground within the Empire. I will not see this sacred place brought under the heel of any house, great or small.
It was neutral. Okay. How do you like to deal with this situation then?
This is a petty squabble between packs of rabid targs. Nothing more. Let them growl and gnash their teeth. There are more important matters waiting to be resolved. We should ignore them and proceed to the monastery, my lady.
We could try to ignore them, but they might not ignore us. I think maybe I should... Can I disable notifications? Because that has gotten a bit annoying at times. Let's see. That isn't the part of the UI that I need to deal with here, I think. Maybe it's under advanced. No. Under display. I think I already looked at that though. Basic. I don't see it. Oh well. We'll just continue as is.
No, I will not abide this. I will show them the error of their ways, and give them the chance to leave this place with honor. Should they refuse, I will meet them in battle.
Very well. Yellow alert. Helm, take us in. I won't use sausage separation just
Perhaps
yet.
your words will reach these curs, Jula, but I'll keep my weapons ready.
Yeah.
As will I. This
Oh.
Baktag only speaks the language of battle.
Yes, but that is a language we all speak very well, if necessary.
Oh, prepare for the worst, but we
Klingon vessels,
expect the
this is
best.
Matriarch Jaula of House Mokai. You dishonor yourselves and your houses by fighting at this sacred place. In the name of Kalis, I ask you now to stand down and leave the system. Remember who you are.
Interesting that she's speaking this way, but then again, they're all Klingon, so she'd have no trouble making peace with them. It's with the interactions with the Federation that's going to be interesting. Therefore, they also interested in the choice, in my part, in having a Galaxy-class variant. Andromeda and Venture type. Since the Starfleet had their flagship as a Galaxy class for a long time, and though it was a symbol of power, it was also a symbol of decadence and plenty until the Borg. At that point, there started to be more refits, but there were still non-essential personnel aboard. It wasn't until way after the Battle of Wolf 359 that Starfleet started to move away from that. And in the main, it was only during Deep Space Nine, during the Dominion War, that the Galaxy-class starships really were converted for battle. So now, let's see if these Klingons are going to respond with battle or not.
So, the great Ta'ula comes to Borin. I am surprised you have the nerve to show your face, woman. And you travel with Martok. He carries the sword of Kalis. A true Klingon warrior could seize the throne of the Emperor with such a weapon. No, I will not stand down. But I will give you and that old fool a warrior's death.
So it is to be war then. Very unfortunate for you. Let's see. No, I don't have enough to go further right now. And I'll wait on that, I think, especially since it has a tribble. And I don't want that in my inventory.
Bold words. If you think you can take the sword from this old fool, by all means try.
So much for diplomacy. Red alert. Saucer separation. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
As cards go, this pack is particularly weak and white.
I could use these for salvage at least. Yikes, that actually did damage to me. The Galaxy class is a bit of a tank, but hit it hard enough, and even it will go down. You did not hit me hard enough. Also, I flanked.
I think we've shown them the error of their ways. I'm sure they'll regale their ancestors with this precious knowledge once they arrive in Stovacor. Now, let's get on with it and do what we came here to do.
I quite like Martok.
For once, I find myself in agreement with Martok, my lady. We have wasted enough time. We should go to the monastery now.
Very well. We shall proceed before we find ourselves having to deal with more dishonorable Rachtak.
Agreed. Pioneer out.
We should be cautious. Jimpak may seek to curry favor with the monks as well.
Indeed, their words hold weight for many throughout the Empire.
Let's see
It is
if more will
time.
come.
Martok, Adetpa, I shall meet you on the surface.
Send me your coordinates and I'll meet you there as well.
When we reached out to the monks, their instructions were quite clear. Only Adetpa, Martok, and myself will be allowed to enter the monastery on this day.
I see. What would you have us do while you're planetside then?
I would ask you to remain on Overwatch here. We cannot afford to be disturbed in the monastery. Should more of these fools arrive, I'd like you to explain our need for privacy to them, with weapons, if necessary. And if it is Jempak who comes to disrupt things, feel free to begin with weapons.
I take your meaning. But I am going to go collect some stuff first. Wait, why does it say beam down for me? I never thought of Borth as a place that I could go to. One on the other side of this thing. I hope this doesn't break it. No, that's definitely on the other side, and I don't want to do that.
It is time. When we reach...
I would ask you to remain
Good
on...
luck. Maybe we play as them while they're down at planet side. That would be kind of cool. If it's not already clear, I don't know anything about what to expect here.
Once more, seekers come to Borth. Will they find what they seek?
That is the hope.
Time will tell.
Cool monastery.
My brother walked these halls. May I find a path forward here, as he once did. A path to save the Empire.
We must be cautious. If the monks are loyal to Jumbok.
They are not. We're still breathing. If these halls were the home of traitors, we'd be on our way to Stovacor by now.
If they could beat us.
Matriarch Jeula, General Martok, Captain Adetpar. Come forth. We have many things to discuss.
Let's see what the monk has to say.
Notice that the skills that Jula has are tactical, so it's kind of cool knowing that. Now, what? I don't think I could see what weapon she actually has. Well, it reflects mine, but doesn't have anything else. Dual macliths. Could I move those over or no? I think I actually can. So let's move things over a bit. Doesn't want to. That's unfortunate. It doesn't seem to want to let me add that a hotbar. Or maybe it's there if I just switch weapons. No, I can't. Well, since I only have the one trait anyway, I may as well do that. And I can't get that either. And what good would picking that up be as well? Oh, looks like we have to go upstairs, actually. Story-wise, we definitely don't have the time to explore.
You know our names, Timekeeper. What is yours?
son of Vok. My grandmother was of House Morkai, and my mother served your noble brother with honor, as you well know. But once, I was a son of none, like my father before me, and the child you lost.
Well, that would explain why he's so pale. So, how are you here?
That is a secret I buried with my child. How do you know of it?
Well, that too. I forgot I'm playing as Jirula, so Katabi knows none of this.
House Morkai is not the only holder of secrets, matriarch. Now, if you are here to seek sanctuary from your enemies, I cannot grant it.
That is not why I am here. I seek the wisdom of the ages, like Takufma before me.
I have spoken to many here with fire in their eyes. The same fire I now see in yours. They enter with conviction. Always. They leave broken. Always.
Our situation is different.
Under other circumstances, we could speak of such things for days. Unlike you, time is a luxury we do not have. So I shall be blunt. Will you help us or not?
If you stand prepared to pay the cost for what you seek, I will assist you in finding it. Follow me.
We're already paying the cost.
This way.
Looks like he's making haste, too. Cool place. I don't expect we'll be alone for very long.
The path forward lies beyond these doors.
I'm gonna open them. And to the left. Same textures on the floor and walls and ceilings. That's kind of weird.
Continue through these doors.
And where will you go?
Open these doors that we may proceed.
Ah. Why are we opening the doors?
You are unfit to carry the sword of Kalis, Martok.
You dishonor yourself. For this will suffer.
It's a good thing we heal, even if, slowly.
We have arrived. Your enemies are a bold and desperate lot to violate the sanctity of this place. Perhaps their deaths will be a warning to any other fools who would dishonor themselves so.
That's an interesting design on his bat'leth. Yeah, some of the weird backwards curving blades, but forwards curving too. And kind of like wings in the mandible.
If there's one thing I've learned, it's that there's no shortage of fools willing to fight in a burning house.
Indeed. Thus we shall remain vigilant. When you are ready, you can conduct the ritual and seek the guidance you desire. Jaula.
Okay, but I can't help but notice that they were in here before us. Doesn't mean anything to you. Okay, let's see what we can find out. This time we're not going to Gerthor, I think. I hope.
Where are the others, Tanavik? is happening?
Is he here? Oh, he is.
Patience, matriarch. What you seek will be revealed in time.
Whoa. Kalis. That's cool.
It is not possible. And yet, you stand before me now. Kalis, the unforgettable.
Yeah, so don't forget him.
Kalis, the unforgettable.
You already said that.
And you are Jaula, matriarch of House Mokai. Long has it been since your bloodkin came to this chamber, seeking the wisdom of great rulers long dead. And now it is your turn, it seems. Speak! What would you ask of me?
The Empire is shattered, and a mad tyrant sits upon your throne. How can I repair the damage done, and restore what has been lost?
Go back in time and undo it? Not really the preferred method. At least not here.
So much like your brother, he too sought unity. He thought he could find it through diplomacy at first, but in the end, well, you were there. You know of his solution, and the price he paid for it.
And it seems Kalis knows all. I wonder what those pools are for. Suppose we're about to find out.
If I am to guide you, I must know your heart. To begin, I will test you against the great evil from our distant past. Fight with honor.
Ooh, I guess we're going to fight some Fekiri. Oh, so that must be a pool of future. Or glyph of future.
You seek wisdom? Come then. I have but one lesson to teach. It ends with your death.
Molor, I will send you back to Grethor in pieces!
That won't do. I tried to use it.
Do not lose focus, Jaula. Return to your meditation and try again.
Huh, that's kind of cool. Even if you lose, you can go back in, but you have to start from there. I wonder if it keeps track of how many times you lose.
Well fought! You remind me of your vessel's namesake. Take this in honor of your victory.
Key of the past. Fascinating.
We have one foe that challenges all Klingons from birth to death. Ourselves. Your second trial will bring that challenge to life. Fight well!
So we have to fight a shadow version, huh? I don't like the fact that those... Oh, there were 3 glyphs all along. I just didn't look behind us. Not much fond of the fact that those look so much like bone. No?
Long have you trained to end yourself. One final punishment for all your sins. Are you ready? Let us go to Grethor together.
But
No.
you or me?
You speak the language of fear, of defeat. I deny you, spirit. I shall remain Klingon.
Why does it move like that?
A battle hard fought against a foe most deadly. Come on! Take the key and prepare. Your final trial awaits.
Oh, now it's time for future.
A Klingon soul is measured upon death. If it is heavy with dishonor, the barge of the dead will deliver them unto Feklar at the gates of Grethor. However, if they have filled their heart with honor and glory, if they died a good death, then they will be welcomed in Stovokor.
Too bad Juula killed so many people.
I would know if you are worthy to join me and our honored dead. And the one true way to know the measure of a Klingon soul is to meet them in battle.
Ah, I would be honored to
This
spar
shall
with
be
you.
your final trial. Show me you have the heart of a warrior born. Show me you are worthy to walk the halls of Stovokor.
To fight the unforgettable, there is no greater honor for a Klingon!
If you want to defeat me, fight with your blade in hand.
I can't switch weapons.
If you want to defeat me, fight with your blade in hand.
Oh, it switches. That's cool.
Come on! A glorious battle worthy of song, brave Jaula. You have shown me your heart, and it is that of a true Klingon warrior.
Oh, that's recognition from Kalis.
The 3 keys are yours. Tenavik will know what to do with them. Now go! Bring glory to your house, and to the Empire! Kapla!
He still hasn't said not to fight
You
the
honor me,
Federation.
Kalis. We shall meet again in Stovokor, and sing songs of glory with the honored dead. Farewell.
So, what guidance was that exactly?
You returned to us. Did you find what you were looking for?
Sort of.
I saw Kalis. He tested me, and I was not found wanting. I was told to give these keys to you, Tenavik. Kalis said you would know their use.
I do. This is unexpected, but I shall abide. Though you have passed the trials of Kailash, your guidance here is not complete. There is still more for you to learn.
Good. Hopefully she's always ready to learn.
Would this involve a time crystal, by chance?
Oh, please keep those out of the story, would you?
I would know more of your meeting with the man whose blade I carry. Was it actually him? Or some sort of hallucination?
Hard to say.
It was he, the one called the Unforgettable. I faced him in battle, and I have the bruises to prove it. There will be time to speak of Kalis later. For now, we will follow Tenavik to our next destination.
Come.
We have much to do and less time to do anything.
This is Lucara. Matriarch, an enemy fleet has arrived. It looks like Gempox.
Signal is jammed. We can expect their troops soon. Be ready to fight.
Sounds like they're already here.
Good. Perhaps Gempox will read them himself, and we can put an end to all this.
I'm trying to use my blade. Tried to switch. Oh well. I'm back a bit.
Enough! Several squads of warriors have beamed in to attack. These arrogant fools will not stop me! Not now!
We will not tolerate this dishonor. We will defend this sacred place.
I'm guessing the point isn't actually to stop and fight, though. Oh, maybe it is. At least everyone here is armed.
Path lies beyond these doors.
I mean, the doors we're not at yet? What doors? I think I went the wrong way. Ah, there he is. Open says me. Ah.
For Kalis! For the Empire! Attack!
Yeah, I'm trying to fight this guy. Good thing I used the hypo. But it doesn't look like I'll have time to use another one. Oh. Come on. Use the thing. Rated? I don't care. You're the one who moved that way.
Continue through these doors.
Yeah, I was pretty sure that was the way.
Lies beyond these doors.
Gotta get there first. Come on, switch to the sword. Against the swordmaster. What exactly are we doing in an orbit that these guys are getting through?
Come with me, warriors.
I mean, if you're finally gonna go where you need to go. I've got this door.
locked with the keys you earned in the trials. As I unlock the pillars, there will be 3 challenges.
And the first?
Tell me of the first challenge.
Will be haunted by spirits from your past. Should they catch you, they will come forth and attack.
The second?
Tell me of the second challenge.
The present will do what it can to chain you in place, and the weight of time will take its toll upon your body.
And the
Tell
third?
me of the third challenge.
The future can be a minefield. If you run blindly into it, you may find yourself caught in its blast. Thus, you must be wary.
So don't step in stuff. Okay.
Trials, challenges. Is everything you do so complicated, Tenavik?
I'll say ahead of time, yes, it probably is.
It has been so since the time of Kailash, General. It is our duty to honor the traditions of our ancestors.
That and a bit more, I think.
We know what we need to do. Let's get to it.
Agreed. I'm opening the door. Oh, I guess we got to... Yep. Yep.
We must protect Tenavik.
Must keep my focus.
You know, you said that they would come and attack me if the anomaly comes.
Protect Tenavik.
But even when I avoid it... Oh, maybe those are crew from up. Let's see if it... Oh, more are beaming in.
Tenavik requires protection.
Come on. Do the thing. He's moving up. Definitely don't want to be caught in that. Come on. Yeah. Definitely got rooted. Come on. Come on, move. At least I don't seem to have a limited supply of those hypos. Whoa.
Tenavik needs help!
We must protect Tenavik.
Working on it. Those come up from all over. How am I supposed to avoid them? Wait, they don't... Do they move? I'm sure they do. Oh. I guess I moved in time.
Open these doors, that we may proceed.
And let us proceed.
Lies beyond these doors.
It's time crystals, as Oedipus said. Can't say I'm fond.
I see I can still rely on you to do the hard work, Matriarch, that I might reap the benefits.
Do you want to kill him, or shall I?
Tread lightly, old man. This room is filled with time crystals. The monks might be displeased if any of them came to harm.
The only thing about to come to harm is you, Takek!
Do we finally get to do away with him?
In a room full of time, yours is
We shall see who is out of time, traitor!
I swear it!
You first. I've experienced more than my share of these.
A typical woman, dancing when you should be fighting!
Oh, I'm doing my thing.
Another time, another battle!
Well, that proves that they aren't.
Takek didn't like the way we danced.
Ah! Run while you can, ma queen!
Doesn't look like the crystals have any problem with all of our fighting.
Pathetic. The wind does not respect a fool, and neither do I.
His good fortune won't last forever. When we catch him, and we will, it is he who shall experience peace.
You know, we could have helped down here. But I guess we have to respect others' cultures, right?
This chamber is impressive. For a room filled with temporal weapons,
Who said they were weapons?
An interesting perspective. In this chamber, there is a crystal meant for Lady Jaula alone. When used, it will show her fate, should she continue on her current path. Not all are fated for greatness, and the truth is difficult for the mind to bear. And should you take the crystal from here, your fate will be sealed forever.
And perhaps it was meant to be. Let's see what it shows. Find the crystal. No clue as to which one, but I guess it'll respond to us when we get close. I saw something there. Or not. I'm assuming when we find where it's supposed to be, it will respond to us somehow. And none of them seem to. That's not helping. It's a room filled with time crystals and we don't have time. Oh, this one is glowing. Now I feel silly.
A warning, matriarch. The present is a veil between anticipation and horror. Lift the veil, and madness may follow.
That's a lot of fire. Kronos. Oh, that's bad. Jempuck is really willing to fire on Kronos of all places. He must be stopped. Oh, that's definitely bad. But that's a moment of a possible future. Hopefully it can be changed, though.
No!
The heck? Really? They're going to cheer for using a Fakiri power?
Matriarch! Lady Duula, are you well? What did you see?
What you have seen is for you alone.
No. No secrets.
First I saw the end of Kronos, and the Empire. I then saw a matriarch of flames emerge from a pit. She held aloft the sword of Kalis, and all accepted her leadership. The houses of the Empire stood united once more.
Matriarch. A fitting description of you as leader of House Mokai.
Might not be her.
Perhaps. But the sword is Martok's to wield, not mine. The fire pit seemed to be on Kronos, but I know of no such place. If it is there, it is well hidden.
Such visions can mix metaphor and reality in the minds of those who witnessed them. And yet, I believe I know what must be done.
Yes, I would like to hear an explanation of all that as well, especially as the one who currently carries the Sword of Kalis.
And who does not wish to die, I expect.
Your concern is understandable. I will explain once I believe it is safe to do so. Your enemies may be preparing another attack as we speak. Come. All will be revealed soon.
Time to exit.
Today, I will avenge my brothers. You will not leave here alive.
I think we're in teleporter range now.
Your brothers died as traitors, and you will join them soon enough!
Come on, use it. Good. Infinite hypos are pretty useful.
Here, your brothers called to you.
I wouldn't have thrown away my
Death.
weapons.
So many sons of none have faced similar fates, used as weapons, sacrificed by the sons of houses great and small. I will warn you. We should keep moving. Come with me. Our destination is not far. Come with me, warriors.
I get the feeling our march is going to be interrupted again, but I'm, well, not going to be surprised in the least.
This place. It seems familiar to me. I think I saw it in my vision.
That is probably no coincidence, my lady. Tenavik, why have you brought us here? What is this place?
Some time ago, this chamber was used to create a clone of Kalish the Unforgettable.
I mean, the one who died in battle against the Iconians.
Why would you bring us here? Do you mean to make another clone of Kalis?
No. The clone of Kalish served the Empire well. He was the warrior we needed then. The clone we mean to bring forth is a warrior fit for today's battles.
You're gonna clone Jula.
Is that wise? Why bring a clone of another long-dead leader to life?
You know the power of legend quite well, General. The weapon you carry speaks to that. Your objective is noble, but the odds against you are great. With a warrior of legend at your side, your chances for victory grow considerably. Come, we have much to do, and another attack could happen soon. First, I need you to open the cloning pit.
Okay.
Next, open the floodgates.
The thing from the vision was this? Please tell me we're not bringing back, what's her name? The one who put the Klingon into ash.
Lava. Fire from my vision?
Time is the fire in which we're born. Now, lower the simulacrum. It begins. Come, join me. It won't be long now.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
Everything is in place. We are prepared to begin the cloning process.
Then proceed. Bring your legendary warrior back to us tonight. I look forward to meeting them.
She returns to us.
And you're sure this was a good idea? Really?
Laurel. I remember her. How proud she was to stand at my brother's side during the war with the Federation. The battles she fought to preserve his vision, no matter the cost. She was a great and powerful leader. One of the few strong enough to become Chancellor. You chose your legend well, Tenavik.
Which is she appropriate for now?
I do not understand. She does not wake. Her soul is missing. The body lives, but without the soul, it remains in a state of torpor.
Looks like we'll have to go to Grithor after all.
How? How are we to find a missing soul?
Well, how else? As I said, we go.
There are ways this could be done, my lady. Some of the great secrets known to our house border on the supernatural. I will need to conduct some research at one of our secure facilities to learn more.
Or you could talk to Julia. She knows how to get to Grithor.
I am beginning to see why the people of Nimbus 3 called you a witch. Very well. If this can be done, let us do so, while we still can.
We shall safeguard Laurel within this chamber, while you do what must be done, Matriarch.
Yeah, make sure the simulacrum isn't full of holes.
Guard her well, Tenavik. We will return as soon as we can.
Our ships are ready to beam us up at your command, my lady.
Now, let's see what's going on up there, shall we? I'm still wondering why so many warriors were let through. May as well pause the recording process while it loads. You still one's trust a Klingon from the time of that Klingon Federation war because they might be more interested in war than in the possibility of peace.
Kavan, you have held the line well, I see.
Except for, you know, the stuff we let through, but how did yours go?
It was, in several ways, though there is more work to be done. I will debrief you once we have dealt with our enemies in battle.
Understood. All hands, battle stations.
My crew tells me you fought well, a compliment not easily earned.
I fought in something that you might have heard of. Fought a Klingon War. I am so gonna rip them to shreds. Whoa, laggy.
I see you managed to kill another son of Nan. There will always be more. He did what I needed of him. He stalled your advance long enough for reinforcements to arrive, and for that, I will honor him. Once I have killed you, of course. You and the rest of that pathetic rabble.
You continue to try and fail. You're not very impressive.
Indeed. And I have grown weary of his vain, empty threats. The time for battle has arrived.
We
Understood.
have bigger things to deal with than a car. But since he has put a fleet in our way, I will be happy to destroy it, and him, before we move on. Fight well, and with honor!
Go on.
I'm surprised you aren't running in terror, matriarch.
Only you do that.
You are far better than I.
This time I don't have the benefit of my support fleet. Oh, maybe I should actually be going towards them. Field. I can resist too. I would like this to be Akar's final defeat. I can fix that. Got mine back. I don't trust that. Not. I'm calling in reinforcements.
Perhaps you remember what it means to be Klingon, Master.
We have never, unlike
Hi, brother.
I leave you with one final gift, my lady.
Okay,
We have a
what did you
problem.
know?
Akar's final gift was a new virus, custom-made for the Lucara. Critical systems are failing throughout the ship, including the antimatter containment fields.
Can you stop it, or would you like to come on over?
Not in the time we have left. And, thanks to Akar, our escape pods are offline. We are unable to abandon ship.
Stand by for transport.
The Lucara warp core is triggered. Get out of there!
Perhaps you're not familiar with the strength of the Galaxy-class shield.
The Lucara. She carried me safely to this time. Served me well in so many battles. To come so far. Achieve so much. Only to be taken from me by a treacherous coward. I will not forget. And I will avenge your loss, Lucara. I swear it.
I've heard it said that a good ship will always carry you home, as long as you take care of it.
That craven Vec will no doubt call for aid from Jimpuck, and we have a great task to prepare for. We must leave this place, and soon.
Agreed. That might be useful. Not that I've actually ended up using any of them. Now that we've completed the mission, it won't matter if we go around here. Where is it pointing to exactly? There's nothing there. Maybe it's something that they put inside the planet's model, so we're not going to be able to get it anyway. Oh well. Tried looking for it. Prepare to go to work. Saucer is reattached. And by the way, this is what we look like with the Platinum Anniversary visual shield. I wonder if I have the other vanity shield somewhere in my inventory. Probably not. I do not think that I do. Let's go ahead and salvage a bunch of the stuff that I picked up. See what batteries I can add. I don't see the medical vanity shield. It must be in my bank. I could reclaim one, but then I'd have a copy. No point in doing that, but I can show you what it would look like without the vanity shield. I like the more advanced, more refined, and yet more beefed up look that it has, with all the different parts. And like this, it just looks cooler. Alright.
I believe the matriarch has a way forward, though not without cost. She is prepared to use what she has learned. But first, there is the matter of Lorel and her missing soul. One day, Ju'ula must go to Konus and confront Jompok, but not today. Where she must go next, I believe that will be a strange journey indeed. I will contact you once I have completed my research. We would be honored to have you at our side for the next challenge that awaits us.
I don't see that as being able to help. Specifically, since I like those better. Maybe I'll take the disruptor.
Something you need?
The time has come at last. With the aid of Tenavik and the monks of Boreth, we are ready to take the next step on this strange journey. We are ready to restore the soul of Lorel. Come to the monastery on Boreth as soon as you can. Lady Ju'ula, General Martok, and I will be waiting for you there.
We're already here, but I think we have to leave and come
Something
back.
you need?
Yeah.
The Lucara, that
When is my timing up again? Oh, did that count? My daily progress? Alright, that's good. Ooh, full team. You'll notice I didn't change their uniforms. I only put this on category for the anniversary. Not that she's a TOS captain, but I thought it would be cool.
What I am about to tell you is unusual. I ask that you hear me out before making any sort of judgment.
Very well, proceed. Also glad I have my full crew. It may prevent a death.
Tenavik believes that the soul of Lorel was not restored to her clone because it is trapped within the depths of Grethor. Based on my own research, I am inclined to agree with him.
Why Grethor rather than Stovacor?
We aren't sure. What I do know is Lady Ju'ula wants to take a spiritual journey to Grethor to liberate the soul of Lorel.
I've seen stranger things. Proceed.
Tenavik has assured us that such a journey is possible, and is willing to facilitate the process. While some of us have our doubts, Ju'ula is convinced she must do this, and so here we are.
Here we are. So does she have to do it alone?
If necessary, yes. She requests that you join her on this You and General Martok.
Alright. General, have you agreed to this?
I have. I would like to see if such a thing can be done. If it is possible, Ja'ula will need all the help she can get in a place filled with the worst pieces of Bakhtag ever to call themselves Klingons. Speaking of Ja'ula, she wanted a word with you once you arrived.
I wonder, if you do this in chronological order, by then you would have already, from the Klingon standpoint, if you did this chronological order, you would have already done the mission that takes you to Grithor. So the dialogue is probably different then. I want to make sure that I've got everything here. It would suck if something had been removed that I need. Defiance is this one, right? I don't see that one. I can't use the floater here. We have that. Oh, I do have it. Okay, everything is there. Good. I'm glad to be back and have all my stuff available.
You have arrived. Good. We have a challenging journey ahead of us. Tanavik can explain more about it to you.
What can you tell me of this journey to Navik?
It will be a challenge, one that will test your body, mind, and soul. Even the strongest of warriors can fall on such a journey. It is
I'm small but powerful.
path to be traveled lightly.
But I am lighter than other people. I'm ready. You?
The future of the Empire is at stake. The Rel can guide us to victory over Jempak. For that, I will do what must be done, even if I have to destroy Fekla himself.
That might very well be the test. Let us begin.
To enter Grethor, you'll need to be on the precipice of death. The fumes of this incense will allow you to enter a death-like comatose state. That is when your journey will begin. Adikpa and I will monitor your bodies from here.
Given my path, I'm not exactly afraid of death. Proceed. Ooh, my whole crew came. Do we get to journey aboard the barge of the dead? Although that might seem repetitious to anyone who played that mission, so probably not a good idea. So no pointers.
This does not seem like Grethor.
What's Grethor look like?
This is not Grethor. This is Koth.
The Void. Why are we here?
Perhaps we are here because our fates are not yet decided.
But the ritual... Wait. Something approaches from the mists.
What brings you to a place where neither honor nor dishonor reigns?
Oh.
I do not know you.
I'm after your time. Sorry.
You, I know from tales of the past. Jo'ula, sister of Kufa, the matriarch of House Mokai. But you, General Mata, I will never forget you. Why are you here?
Kinda got lost on our way. I like Gowron. It's always a shame that he wasn't in here, but now he kind of is.
I must admit, I am surprised to see you here, Martok. Did your friends in the Federation finally convince you to do something less than honorable before you died? Was it Cisco? Or was it your good friend Worf, the treacherous son of Moog?
Hate to break it to you, but we're not dead.
Who are you, Pratak? And why are you... Wait. Those eyes. I have seen such eyes before.
Yeah, one does not easily forget the eyes of Gowron, even if you haven't met him in person.
Yes, you have. For this is Gowron, son of Morel, son of Akar. And to answer your question, I am not dead yet, Gowron. My allies and I are merely passing through.
Oh, so that's how they hook everything up.
Passing through, are you? There are but two destinations you can reach from Koth, and I'll wager you're not traveling to Stovokol. You mentioned my ancestor, Akar. He served House Mokai during the war with the Federation. Does your little journey have something to do with him?
Pretty much everything. He's given Jempuck a very dangerous weapon, and we have to stop him.
It does not. Though I suspect his treachery is the reason you are here now, Gowron. After all, the dishonor of the father also dishonors sons, and their sons, for 3 generations.
Oh, that's it exactly, isn't it?
You are many things, Martok, but a liar is not one of them. If I had any doubt of that, I would kill you where you stand for insulting the honor of my grandfather. So, because dishonor has kept me trapped in this wretched place. Not the fate I had expected.
I wonder if being trapped here or an eternity in Grethor is worse.
Indeed. Grethor, our destination. You said it could be reached from here. Do you know the way?
This is the way.
I do. I can guide you there if you wish it.
Lead on, Gowron.
Wait. The Gowron I knew would not aid anyone if it did not benefit him in some way. What scheme are you hiding behind this sudden act of benevolence?
I expected so he's no longer trapped.
Look around you, Martok. There is little to do in this place but brood and despair. I'm taking you there for my amusement. And perhaps there may be a way out of this place. If there is, I would find it. Even if I have to march at your side to do so. Does that satisfy you? Or shall we stand here for eternity and ponder my motivations?
Don't have much choice. Lead on. Ah, now we get to the barge. Because we were basically in purgatory before.
This is the barge of the dead, laden with souls bound for Great. You want to announce yourself to COPPA. It is unwise to vex the ferryman.
Ooh, let's go introduce ourselves then. I wonder if any of these are named. Treacherous, cowardly, dishonored. I think I see someone familiar here. This guy, although he hasn't met us, he knows Juro. Everyone else looks pretty standard. I take it you're the ferryman.
The legends of the ferryman are true. You are COPPA, the first Klingon, slayer of gods.
I am, and you are Jaula, kinswoman of Takufma, matriarch of your house. It is not your time. You should not be here. Explain yourself.
My allies and I seek the soul of another. One who should be in Stovacor, but now dwells in Grethor.
It is not your time.
Maybe someone else aboard has seen Burrell. Oh, of course, now we can... Oh. We can't talk to him just yet, I guess. This is the only one with the dialogue box.
Lorel. I know no Lorel. But I know you, Jaula. You left me to die in a Starfleet prison. Oh, you rescued your pet, a car. But not a lowly Beck, trapped in his cell. And during your raid, an explosion exposed myself to the cold void of space. So I died, dishonored. Begone! I have nothing more to say to you.
Yeah, I think Akar has to sort of apologize for that one.
That was no way for a warrior to die. It is a fate I narrowly avoided several times myself. Come, let us see what the others know.
Still don't get to talk to Batwith dude.
Lorel, here? Kiyah! I may be a coward, but you are an idiot. Everyone knows that Lorel is in Stovacor. As for you, you will have an eternity in Grethor to find wisdom, fool. But the lessons that await you will not be pleasant.
Hey, I wonder, the fact that I can go to Grethor, though I'm not Klingon, does that mean that I could be accepted as one culturally?
Mind your tongue, or I will throw you overboard and feed you to the Koskari. Lady Jaula, this is getting us nowhere. Perhaps a more direct approach is in order.
Out of respect for the ferryman, I will refrain from such measures until they are necessary. Come, let us see if one of the others has something besides rage or the bluster of a coward to offer us.
Still can't talk to him yet.
Lady Jaula and General Marduk, the architects of my downfall. My house swore allegiance to you, but I sought a crusade against Jempuk, but the folly it was. I refused your call to arms at Gorath, and for that, my first officer killed me and took my place as captain. I shall enjoy watching the two of you suffer for the rest of time.
I guess we can't expect any help from you then.
You dishonored your house and your crew. You forgot what it meant to be Klingon, Captain. And now, you go to pay the price for that. Step away from me now, or your suffering will begin before you walk through the gates of Grethor.
Here we go.
Wait your turn. I shall have my vengeance before all others.
You want vengeance, big man?
I do not know who sent you here, Julia, and I do not care. My wish for vengeance has been granted, and I will stain the deck of this barge with your blood.
Ready weapons.
Fight! Fight!
Enough! You shall earn no salvation through combat here.
But I did it your way.
Ah! The ferryman has spared you. For now. Do not think you will rest easy once we reach Grethor. I will find you, and I will have my revenge. This I swear.
Yeah, I have a few things I could take out to handle you.
Bold words, but I think you'll find that Veklar has plans for you, as he does for all traitors. We're done here. Leave this wretch to his fate.
The glory of combat, brief as it was, it felt good to engage in battle once more. To be Klingon.
So, there is still something within you that knows what it means to be a warrior.
Your shield isn't going back up.
With the Galron of old, before the Chancellorship changed you, as it did me, as it did Jempak. And perhaps Laurel.
Interesting. You became Chancellor after I fell in battle? Tell me you killed Worf to do so. Oh, that would have been glorious!
Worf lives, actually. He is Gintok to the House of Martok.
I did not. Worf still lives, and serves the Empire to this day. I hope you can handle such a disappointment, Galron.
You two can catch up later. We have business elsewhere.
Let us ask the ferryman how much longer it will be until we get to Grethor.
I thought her shield would go back up. I guess not. Let's ask from behind him this time, see if everyone gathers in a better place.
You fight with purpose, Jaula. Honor to you and your house. I think we shall not meet again, and that gladdens my heart. It will be some time before we arrive at Grethor. Tell me of the soul you seek. I would know your story, so I can sing it to the dishonored, to remind them of who they were, of who they could still become.
And don't spare the part where you used an interdimensional weapon, yes?
I seek Laurel. She was once called Mother, a great warrior and leader of the Empire. I would liberate her soul. I strive to remove a tyrant from the Emperor's throne, and her council will help me to do so. This is why I journey to the halls of Grethor, Ferryman. For the Empire, no risk is too great.
Well, we shall see whether or not she can help us, though.
I have seen her. Once, she stood not far from where you stand now. She did not speak. She did not have to. But I saw in her the same pain that I carry in my heart. You can find her in Grethor, if the denizens do not end you first. But finding her and liberating her from that wretched place are two different battles. May you find success in both.
So she did come to Grethor. Why?
That is not my tale to tell. Find Laurel, make her story and yours as one, and fight with all your conviction. Then, and only then, may you find a way out of Grethor, for yourself and for Laurel.
We knew we had a fight ahead of us. This changes nothing.
So there is a way out of Grethor. Tell me, ferryman, how can I find my way in? The gates are locked to me. My path out of Koth has been blocked by the dishonor of my ancestor.
Maybe by fighting with us.
But if I can enter Grethor, I can find the liberation that Jaula and her allies seek for Lorel. Speak! Tell me what I wish to know!
I will tell you only this. Your story has not ended, Gowron, son of Marel. The scales can be shifted yet, for good or for ill. Now, leave me to my duty. I will call upon you when we draw near to Grethor. Until then, know your place. Do not forget that I am master of this vessel. It is unwise to test my authority here.
Understood, ferryman. And now we will sail on to Grethor. That's the Fekleri symbol. Just an upside-down Klingon symbol.
We have arrived. I will wait for you and your allies here, Jaula. Should you succeed, return to me here, and I will ensure your song does not end in Grethor.
You honor us, Korta, first of the Klingons. We will not keep you waiting long.
Grethor waits, matriarch.
So it does. Prepare for battle. Our greatest challenge awaits.
You will find no one to block your entrance at the gates of Grethor, warriors. Getting out, that will be the challenge.
We've faced challenges before.
Gowron, a pity you cannot join us. I suspect you would find more entertainment past those gates, in the depths of Grethor itself.
I do not doubt that. Soon Fekla will know the frustration of dealing with a Klingon too stubborn to die. Glory to you and your house. Fight with honor, and if necessary, die well. Kapla!
Kapla.
The time has come. Go now, warriors. Your destiny lies beyond those gates.
We shall return, ferryman.
We shall see. The halls of Grethor have crushed many a soul. I hope yours do not join their ranks. As for you, Gowron, I would have words with you before we depart.
Into the breach. It's very red, it seems. He seems very casual for a slave master. Time for something that stands out a bit more.
Look at these pathetic wretches, reporting for damnation like it were duty.
It's their life now.
There are the gates. Let us see if entering Grethor is as easy as Kortar said.
Oh, he said entering was easy, leaving hard. Let's do the first, shall we?
This is going to be like searching for a cloaked ship in the briar patch.
But we know how to do that.
We do not seek a mundane soul, General. Few Klingons do not know of Lorel. I do not think a warrior of her caliber would go unnoticed, especially in a place like this. Come, let us speak to others here. It should not take long to find Lorel.
That's so. They keep looking at us. Let's start with them. Oh, we don't have to fight the Hordlings.
Ah, more newcomers. This place, oh, it stinks. It's loud and teeming with demons. suppose that is better than filling the belly of a jackal mastiff.
Everything's relative.
We are looking for Laurel. Have you seen her?
Can't say I have. Sorry. Don't make that face at me. See that man atop the stairs? The one surrounded by she-demons? He's called Kuta. Seems to be a player in here. You might ask him about Laurel.
Let's see what Kuta has to say. Even the Ficleri models have changed. Eyes are definitely different. And is it me, or are they actually smaller? Or maybe not. The ones that I know of are from a different arc. So maybe they'll still look that way. He kind of looks defensive, though.
It's easy. You she-demons want souls to devour. Help you not. No, not my soul, you insufferable harpy.
Ahem.
Behold, newcomers hold on my babies. Come forth, travelers. Let us get to know one another.
Listen closely, Batak. We seek Laurel. Have you seen her? Speak now, before I feed you to your charming friends.
You wouldn't. Wait. What? I can see it in your eyes. I have not seen this Laurel. Vought, you need to talk to Vought. If there's anyone who knows about this, it's her. Please don't feed me to the she-demons.
You've been helpful. Good luck. I think you'll need it.
Fort must be further in. Let us head through these doors and look for them.
Now that has a proper door opening animation. Would be a shame if one did it and the other didn't. Lots of demons. They're not attacking anyone though.
Kutep sent you? Impressive. I sent my she-demons down to eat him. The silver-tongued bastard must have talked his way out of their bellies. Never mind that. Why are you bothering me exactly?
We're looking for Laurel. Seen her?
Someone who looks a lot like Laurel has been seen around. Quiet type. Keeps to herself. That's not an easy thing to do around here. Someone like her could pull it off, I suppose.
Indeed. Where can we find her?
Ask Lothar. I run my little corner of things, and that's all. She's elsewhere, and for that, you need to talk to Lothar. Unless you want to take it up with Feklar, of course. Ha!
Lothar first, then Feklar. I don't imagine that we can get away without fighting them later. Huh. A TOS Klingon. Very interesting.
Ah, the newcomers with so many questions have made their way to me at last. Allow me to welcome you to the Hall of Treachery. A tragic name, really. We aren't all bad here.
I'm sure.
Newcomers are quite popular, you know. You've been watched since you set foot past the gate. Can you blame us? We enjoy such amusement whenever we can, eh, brother? But enough of that. You have questions, yes?
Indeed, that's the way why we're here.
If you've been watching us, you know why we're here. Laurel. Does she dwell within your domain or not?
Calm yourself, gentlemen. Yes, I know who you are. The great and terrible Martok, Butcher of Zencath 3, the one I doom, and so forth. Your reputation precedes you. All of you.
Well, that's impressive since you were here way, way before. And you know. So, One-Eyed Doom, Old One-Eye? Actually seems kind of fitting.
Enough. You still haven't answered his question, Lothar. Tell us where we can find Laurel, and you'll never see us again.
Well, this is embarrassing. But I'm afraid I lost Laurel in a game of poker. Do you know it? Human game. Quite popular here. I lost Laurel to Morta. If you're interested in her, you'll have to deal with him. If you're good at cards.
One step closer. Let's go. Also, yes, I can play poker as an emote. I hear you like poker. Now, would you like to tell us about about Laurel?
What? Laurel? I don't know her. There must be some sort of mistake.
This doesn't seem like a master gambler either.
Gambler? No, no. This is Lothar's work. I'm sorry. You've been played. We've all been played. And now we're gonna suffer for it. Sorry.
Funny thing is, I can deal with ambushes.
I told you on the bar that vengeance would be mine. What I meant was, vengeance would be ours.
Maybe I should use this.
Try to die well, Jahura.
I was wondering when they'd make their move. Now I know.
Yeah, right now.
I can't find them. Have they added another to their ranks?
I hear you have been looking for Laurel.
Indeed.
And now you have found her. We need to talk.
I imagine so. How about we move my generators a bit? Just in case. You understand.
Jaula, sister of Tekuvma, I know your story well. How you rose to power in House Mokai, your conflict with your brother, and your bold crusade against the Federation during the war. Even after my death, I heard tales of your exploits. You have made and ended a great many enemies. Many of them now dwell within these halls. I know why these souls are here. What I do not know is why you are here. It is not your time.
How do you know that? She's from almost as long ago as you are. But, we're here for you.
If you have heard of my exploits, you know of my clash with the tyrant Jempak. Once he held the office you brought honor to, but it was not enough to sate his calls himself Emperor, and has shattered the great work of my brother.
Or, you know, any of the other chancellors.
The Empire you led with honor is now divided, on the verge of collapse. I am here because I want to restore you to the realm of the living, to help me save it.
Your brother often spoke of your boldness. I suspect he might have understated it somewhat. What you seek is not impossible, but I question the need for such a thing.
Oh, you have another idea for dealing with Jempok.
Why seek to restore me from the dead when another former chancellor still breathes? Of what use am I when General Martok, a warrior fit to wield the sword of Kalish, stands at your side?
Apparently she saw the end of Kronos. Well, that might be a cause for asking for further assistance.
It appears you've heard of my exploits as well, Chancellor. I am honored.
Where is he standing? Oh, he's behind, facing the other way, of course.
As you should be, General. You have served the Empire with honor, and yet you are reluctant to reclaim the office you once held. Why else would you be here now? I do not blame you. I know too well of the great burden that office brings, and the terrible sacrifices it often demands. Word travels fast here. Your enemies will be on the move. If you do not return to the realm of the living soon, they will strike. Even the greatest warriors can die here. You should leave, while you are still able to do so.
Let's see if you can come too.
Join us. Together, we can liberate you from this place and restore you to life, as Kalis once was.
No, I cannot leave this place. It is a matter of honor. Once, I dwelled in Stovokor among the honored dead. But Vok, my greatest love, was denied entry. He was denied an honorable death, and thus, his soul was sent to Grethor.
Was he the one you put inside of a Starfleet officer's body? I could think of a couple of reasons he might be here. Though I won't mention them if you want.
I could not bear that. And so, I came here and bargained with Veklar for his release. In exchange for Vok's freedom, I offered to take his place. As you can see, my offer was accepted.
So you're still apart from each other.
This is why I cannot leave. To do so would dishonor the agreement, and condemn us both to eternal suffering in Grethor. You have traveled here in vain, Ja'ul. I cannot help you.
Are you sure about that?
No, I saw it. The crystal showed me the future, and you are a part of it. If you could strike a bargain with the Master of Grethor, so can I. I will find Veklar and secure your freedom, or die trying.
What good is dying if we're trying to save Kronos?
I have seen such determination before, in the eyes of your honored brother. So be it. I will take you to Veklar. There we shall see how strong your resolve truly is.
I hope you know what you're doing, Jayla.
The stairs beyond those doors lead to Veklar's hall.
We risk much.
This ought to be interesting.
The guards do not seem to be opposed to our passage.
Probably
They
going
aren't
up.
here to keep us away from Veklar. They're here to keep us from escaping him.
As I suspected it. I wonder if he'll like my Red Angel suit. family.
House Mokai, I must offer my gratitude to you. Many fresh souls have arrived here. Thanks to you and your Imperial nemesis. Because of this, I will hear what you have come so far to say. Come forth, speak. What would you ask of the Lord of Revel?
Vickler, we come to bargain.
Lord Vekla, I come before you to bargain for the soul of Lorel. I would liberate her from these halls.
Such impudence. You think you are worthy of commerce with me? My good lady, I am inclined to disagree. Violently.
Then we will disagree violently.
The Ferryman killed many a god by himself. Together, we should be able to finish off Vekla.
Watch out! He's calling in tormented souls to fight us as well!
I can't use my other summons. I wonder if I can Borgify him. Oh. I've gotten the I got the Endeavor.
You have provided me with great sport. I shall hear,
You're welcome, I guess.
offering trade for the soul of Lorel.
Lord Vekla, I wish to offer my...
Wait! Hold your tongue, Jahula.
Hi, Garon. Got an idea, do you? As per usual.
Vekla! If it's the soul of a chancellor you want, take mine instead.
Intriguing. I accept, son of Lorel.
Are you mad, Gowron?
Better to spend eternity with Klingons than to be alone in the void, even in a place like this.
Lord Vekla, this should not be Gowron's fate. I will deliver the soul that belongs here. His treacherous ancestor, Akar.
Unacceptable. Grethor is filled with souls such as Akar's. You have to sweeten the deal.
Maybe Jempok
Very
too.
well. I shall deliver the souls of Akar and Jempok.
Ah, I saw that coming.
That is more like it. I accept your generous offer. Deliver those souls to me, and Gowron shall be free as well.
Cool.
Now, I give you leave to go. Be gone.
Oh, we don't have to fight our way out. That is acceptable. Also, I can switch to this now. What was the other endeavor then? Oh, hold on. That's anti-proton, so I should actually go back to this. Unless I can find my old Polaron pistol, but I don't think I have it on me. I think I gave it to one of my other officers. Or I put it in the bank. Disruptor. Plasma. Just getting it ready just in case. Hold on. Let's go. I do not take unnecessary risks. What are they doing?
You're able to leave if you can, but you won't be able to leave.
Ah.
Well, will be allowed to take her place in Stonecold.
I've dealt with Frankies that were less treacherous than Frankies.
How do you deal with Frankie? Clean up the halls with crates. Come on. Can't really see what's going on. That is a lot of stuff. Fortunately, most of it stacks. Well, that food doesn't. I don't know what to do with that. Now I can switch to this. Let's see if any of my officers have room for the food. Just to carry it. Alright, let's proceed, I guess. Why does there seem to be one there? Maybe it's up. Oh, someone is down. Two someones. Let's find Julian. There he is. Would have been unfair to leave you there. Shame I'm locked out of some of my abilities.
Be ready. Every soul in Gretor stands between us and the gift.
Let them come. If they want to die again, I'm happy to oblige them.
Be mindful of their numbers and their treachery.
What was that about numbers? There are a lot of them in here, though. I don't know if I can. Gonna try. Good. And someone just popped me up. Alright, Slave Master. You have your chains, I have mine. Have we ever mentioned that with my Rising kit, there's a chance for it to proc twice. Another Rysian console. Can't have you guys down. What is that? Besides unnecessary. Branya? Here, I'll take that. Oops. I meant to take just the armor, since I can't salvage the other. I could get better shielding. I could also enhance it. Which is covered enough. So how do Borg handle alcohol? I can't promote you, can I? Nope. And there are more waiting in here.
things! Open the front gate! Portar is waiting for us on the barge.
That's not the only thing waiting for us on the other side. Get ready to fight!
We're already fighting. How can we be more ready to fight? I have one of those. Good, no one went down this time. Maybe if I leave stuff like banana splits for them, they'll be, if not friendlier. Those ones don't want to fight. That is acceptable.
There's the barge. Hurry!
Of course, they have fire-breathing targs.
We have targs too.
Portar, prepare to weigh anchor. We are leaving in a hurry.
Where is Dorothea down? Not leaving that armor there. Everyone aboard. And now I guess we just wake up. Let's try it at least. And now the real fight can begin.
Welcome back to the world of the living, and not a moment too soon. A few minutes ago, sensors detected energy signatures overboard. Fakir reporters. They're sending vessels through as we speak.
Word travels fast. They must be here further out.
Has her soul been liberated? Was your mission a success?
Hope so.
She was right beside us, fighting the whole way. Did she make it to the barge?
She did. I made sure of it. Check her vitals. Give me a medical update now!
By the way, I'm not a medical officer. That's good, right?
Is restored, reborn. Welcome home, Mother.
How does it feel to breathe again?
Her life signs are strong. Reading brain activity. Yes! You did it! Laurel has returned safe and sound. Kapla!
Okay, but we still have Fikleri to deal with. Status report.
Right. 3 portals in total. Fekiri vessels are emerging from them as we speak. We're holding position for now, but we are heavily outnumbered.
What exactly are they doing?
Laurel's presence may be a coincidence. Since their return to our space, the Fakiri have made numerous assaults on Bareth. Until now, those attacks were repelled by the KDF.
Who are under Jimpok's control. So now?
And now, with the Empire in a state of disarray, the defense presence here is minimal. The Fakiri saw a weakness, and they seized the initiative. This time, they may succeed where they have failed so many times before.
We'll do what we can to defend Bora. And in case you forgot, we are part of an alliance. We can cooperate.
If the Fakiri want to fight, they came to the right place. I will fight to the end if I must, for today is a good day to die.
We kind of been there, done that. Prefer for a good day to live.
Well said, Mark. I stand ready for that as well. It will be an honor to defend this sacred place at your side.
You risked all to restore me to life. Honor demands that I fight alongside you, and I do so gladly.
So be it. We will make our stand here. Let it be known that we never forgot what it means to be Klingon! I will need to go with one of you, however. After the loss of the Lucara, I have no vessel to command in battle.
Well, you won't be commanding the Pioneer, but you're welcome to join us. We have a sausage section that separates.
I believe I can be of assistance there, Lady Jaula. The monks of Boreth are not entirely without resources after all.
You have an old ship, perhaps? Something familiar?
Yes, but we will need some time to prepare. Do what you can to hold the line until then. Lady Jaula, Mother, please come with me.
Let's get back to our ships and buy them the time they need. Pioneer, 5 to beam up.
Sekiri portal count remains at 3. Reading multiple enemy vessels in the system, we're outnumbered at least 3 to 1.
I'll try to help with the numbers. Acknowledge recommendations.
Our first priority should be closing those portals. Until they're gone, our Fakiri problem could continue to grow.
Adepta, what can you tell me about the portals?
I'm reading heavy fluctuations in their graviton fields. At the moment, they appear to be unstable, but they could stabilize over time. Until then, it is a weakness we can exploit.
Explain, please.
Weapons fire, especially torpedoes, will eventually destabilize a portal's integrity to the point of collapse. Firing a heavy barrage at each portal should do the trick nicely.
Understood. Collapse the portals and deal with any remaining vessels.
We need to punch through the ships guarding the portals before reinforcements arrive.
It won't take much to collapse the portals. Take them out as soon as you can.
My shields are taking a beating. Alright, I will focus on the portals and provide support fire while I do.
With you, demon!
Don't open the bloodline yet. More Fakiri vessels are coming in from the last portal.
Hopefully got this covered. There we go.
Let's deal with the Fakiri straggler.
Wait. Much larger than the others.
So they're not finished, make ready for battle.
Bad feeling.
You're going to do something. Down the tide. The Fakiri dreadnought is an impressive feat. I want to see it kill.
I don't have it up yet. Let's focus on something a bit more useful than the souls of the damned, shall we? Ouch. Well, these guys are doing a lot of damage to me.
I don't think these forces are coming. It may be time to
Not finished that second.
Not yet.
We will fight to the end.
Yes! More and stuff, not fall today.
Fight now! For Canaan! For For the Empire!
Rear shields failing.
This is the IKN container, calling all Klingon forces. I am Rel of House Tekuma. Join me. Fight now. For the Empire. COPPA!
The Contigna. That's pretty cool. I don't know where the saucer section is right now. That should change the battle a bit. Let's hope it's a good one. Let's target the Dreddy.
We can win this!
As long as they're all on our side. To call it back in.
Victory is ours! Together, we have protected Boreth from our enemies and returned she who was called Mother to the Empire!
COPPA.
Truly a glorious battle, my lady. The Fakiri will think twice before launching an attack here anytime soon.
Indeed.
Even so, things got too close for my liking. For a time, it seemed like there were more Fakiri in space than stars. Thankfully, the monks had that well-preserved surprise up their sleeves. Just where did you find that relic, Tenavik?
We have kept it here since my mother's time. Once it served as her flagship. We preserved it as a reminder of a Klingon golden age. We knew one day it would be needed again. And it seems that time has come at last.
Fitting. From what I saw here today, it will serve the Empire well.
Indeed. Though I yearn to command the Katinga once more, it has been far too long since I have done so. Space warfare has changed considerably since my time.
I'm pretty sure Jula can update you.
Until I have reacclimated myself to this era, I can think of no better warrior to command this vessel than Lady Ja'ula of House Mokai. May you lead this vessel and her crew to glory.
Oh, there we go. A solution.
You honor me, Laurel. Computer, note the transfer of command in the record of battle. For many, the Lucara was a symbol of division. May the Katinga serve as a symbol of unity, as my brother's vessel Let the honored few who came to Boreth's aid go now to every corner of the Empire. Tell everyone you meet what happened here today. Tell them that you were at Boreth when the Rel returned. Tell them how we all fought and send the Fakiri back to Grethar.
Yes, the Alliance was here.
There is much to be done. We have an empire to restore and a tyrant to depose. But now is not the time for such things. Now is the time to honor our great victories. Tonight, we celebrate, for tomorrow we may die. Kapla!
Kapla. And a stately exit. I guess that's both missions.
Now that Laurel has been restored, she will be able to counsel Lady Ja'ula on a great many things. Though I have great respect for Ja'ula, there are always lessons to be learned as a leader in the Klingon Empire. And In such matters, there is no better teacher than Lorel. Yes, with Lorel at her side, I believe Lady Juula can lead our house to victory over Jempok and restore our shattered empire to glory. That battle lies ahead of us, however. When the time comes, be ready to answer the call to arms.
Do not be afraid to call on your allies. As long as we're all on the correct side and fighting for what we believe in, we will be there. Well, I guess you could say that today the Pioneer was representative of the entire alliance. Apart from the Klingons, who of course had the most invested, but if the Fek'liri gained a stronghold and a foothold within normal space, everyone would have been in trouble. And if Jempok is able to gain as much control as he wants, similarly, everyone will also be in trouble. But first, his targets will be on the Federation.
Congratulations, Admiral.
Well, I do believe that that does it for the 2 new missions here. Everything else is old. The center cannot hold in Kittimer Discord I did before. The only other things that I can do, as well as partisans, is that the last arc of Klingon missions we're finally finished the remaster, which means that in another stream, perhaps, I can address those old Klingon missions and do it as Hobbs. Wait, is that... That's a cannibal tribble. A cannibal tribble eats other tribbles, so it's not necessarily bad to happen. As for the rest of this stuff, this I can salvage. Salvage this. Salvage that. This I'll have to compare to what I have, but I don't think I have anything that can't match up. And of course I'll sort all the other stuff. And start that one. These are all under special projects, just in case the cursor continues to be not aligned properly, so you can tell where I've been pointing those. And I will do the rest. Normal R&D stuff. I think... Oh, I didn't refine the dilithium yet. That's fixed then. They were doing the Phoenix Prize Pack mission before, where you could get one for free, but now it is gone. They were also giving away some stuff for free in the run-up to the 11th anniversary. Let's see if they're still listed here so I can point them out easily. No. They are not listed there, but I should be able to point out most of them in my inventory. as they are in here, and I don't believe they are sorted properly. So there were 5 master keys that they gave out for the boxes like these. So that's where these came from, I believe. Then they gave out 12 bank slots, 12 inventory slots. I think these are character's capacity. 12 bank slots. If your captain is maximum, a separate account tradable package will be rewarded. So yeah, that's normal bank slots, not the shared bank, is what I was getting at. 12 inventory. That came from the lockbox. Lockbox, I believe. Lockbox. This was from the Winter Wonderland event. It is, well, you saw a carrier before, it's like that. And they gave 1 T5 coupon. Those I think I bought so that I could use one to get the Titan. And they also gave away some experimental ship token upgrades. And no other coupons, I guess. I think that's it. And of course there are the party horns. This year's is kind of a letdown though. I will use the transwarp to get back to ESD just so that I can demonstrate for you. Because otherwise you won't exactly get it. And it won't feel proper if I skip out on something like that. Then after that, I will choose to derange, sign off, and have dinner. I need to trade out something to equip. Why does it have a mark when it doesn't really do anything? Oh, I can get the stabilization mission again. So here we go. That kind of did nothing. That's from someone else. It may not actually be working right. It's supposed to do other stuff. I don't know why it's not doing what it usually does. Where it summons a tortured soul, and the tortured soul uses a horn. There we go. But that's about all that it does. It's not really... It's far from my favorite. But of all the things that it could have done, I don't know why it would have been like that. Range weapon damage, damage resist alpha, or crit severity. I'm a tank. There we go. Oh, also I can change my outfit back. This is what I was wearing recently, or what category was. Can I do casual here? No. I filed it under my medic costume. So what's interesting about this one is that at first it was giving all the options and then you could do from any 3. Now it's back to just 3. So Vulcan on the ground, DS9 on the ground, Josanna in space. I have ports to DS9 and Josanna, but I don't think I have one to Vulcan, so I should knock that off first. And the way to do that, first I have to get out. Proper warp animation this time. Also, there's no guarantee that the places they send you will give you all 3 particles that you need. So you may have to go to other places. You need to collect red, blue, and yellow. So good places for them, you could do ESD or Earth, you can do Wolf 359 or Andoria, and you can do Sierra 39. And it's faster to do the space ones because all you have to do is fly up close enough, and then you can do the minigame. And this is on the ground, so we have to, to get the beam in from here. And if I'm going to do this quickly, I'd better beam down now. I may have done a video on this before, but that doesn't stop me from doing it again now. I generally use the arrow keys, not the mouse for this. No particular reason. I'm just more comfortable with it. And depending on your score here, you may be able to get multiple things, or aside from the basic item, you can get the 1 step up if you score high enough. But I keep on missing, so obviously I can just barely get that. That's blue. Next I'll go to DS9, which I can do with this one. I don't have to worry about tricking anything with that mission. Sometimes when you go into a system with a mission as your primary, it will try to trigger that sequence. think that's a Jupiter class. Finding these particles on DS9 is always a bit of a pain because they tend to spawn in weird places. But by going up, we can get a better view of things. Maybe I should go in the opposite direction than the guy who ran. Plus, scanning doesn't help you to find it either. So I tried to look around and look down. I can try to spot it shining. Oh, there's one right there. And another one past there. Unfortunately, there are times where that happens. And I have no idea why it does, and it doesn't feel good at all. So that's why I go to try to do a second one. Oops, I moved out too early. With there always being a chance it'll bug out on you and close the mini game before you're done, you kind of have to hope that you're lucky enough that that won't happen. That's better, but still not great. I don't think I have it on me right now. I have to go to available. And from Spectres, I'll use spin the wheel just to get there. And that allows us to jump directly to Drozana Station. And now before we go in there, I will tell that to drop. That way it doesn't trigger when we go in. Otherwise, as we warp in, it will have the title of the mission. It may not be good, it may not be bad, it's whatever. But when you go around, most places will have the particles both on the ground and in the space. I don't think I've ever seen the particles set up on Drozana Station, just in the space section. But I have seen it on Starbase Sierra 39. As well as on ESD, and of course on the planets that get listed, like Dipper. Oops. That one felt better until just then. Not supposed to dodge him. So then you get these, so that's where the party horn comes from. And these are random items. What I like to get are the emotes. I wonder what that is. Let's see what it looks like. I'll again use the transwarp since it's fast. And demonstrate to you the new emotes which I've gotten, and then I will choose someone to raid, and then sign up. Sound good? Hopefully it does, because I think that it is time to get about moving on. So, I've got the accordion for Klingon Concertita. I think aerobics is old. Air guitar is new. Jamming like Zen. Too bad the instruments aren't accompanied with any music. I think that was actually from before. Cross arms. Right, awesome dance. Oh, rickrolling. Balance dance. I don't know the reference, but that looks pretty crazy. The Cupid dance? Where did I get that from? Maybe the Valentines. Disco. Ah, 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 staying alive, staying alive. Ah, 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 staying alive. Then we had Jester. Those are all old. Smooth dance. Because you've been struck by a smooth criminal. Not gonna do swish. Unusual dance. It ain't unusual to be loved by anyone. Finger guns. Can flex. Organian greeting. You can say, pick me! Ooh, ooh, ooh. And point at things. Are you pondering what I'm pondering? What do you read? Oh, it's, pad. Roll dice? I don't remember that one. Oh, that's just rolling in the chat. I rolled a 66 out of 100. Shaka. I don't know that one either. Ta-da, that's a new one. Oh, nice. Tea. Oh, great. I think that's it. And tug. The Picard maneuver. Or the other Picard maneuver. It even calls it that in the chat. So anyway, I think that's about it for this one. If you liked what you saw, if you enjoyed it at all, I do appreciate the views, whether it's now or later. You can, of course, follow me on Twitter. You can follow me on Twitch. You can like, comment, and subscribe over on YouTube. Let me know what you thought in any case. This game has been going on for 11 years now. I think it's pretty good. There's not usually a large player base. It's just steady and dedicated. And so next time I come back to STO for a stream, I'll probably do that last remastered Klingon mission set. But that's about it. So let's see who I can raid. You know how I want to raid today? I will raid Fruit. So thank you all for watching, and until the next stream or video, please do stay safe, stay healthy, absolutely stay healthy, and be excellent to one another. Bye-bye.